Hey, basketball fans, welcome back to Tips and Streams, your go-to spot for the hottest NBA regular season predictions. I'm Kokan, and I'm here to break down today's matchups and give you the edge you need to make the best bets. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video. Your support means the world to us. Remember, our channel has no sponsors and relies solely on the love and support of viewers like you. Even a small donation by pressing the thanks button under the video helps us keep bringing you top-notch content every day. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and fellow basketball enthusiasts. And we love hearing from you, so drop a comment below and let us know what you want to see in our forecasts. Your feedback helps us improve and bring you the content you crave. Let's jump right into today's NBA predictions. We've got some exciting games lined up, so stay tuned and let's get that winning streak going. Today, we have predictions for 4 NBA games. The first prediction for today is for a game between the Memphis Grizzlies and Dallas Mavericks. Tonight's showdown between the Dallas Mavericks and Memphis Grizzlies has all the makings of a gritty battle, even if it's more about survival than playoff swagger. Both squads come into this contest limping badly, dealing with major injuries and some brutal losing streaks. It's the kind of matchup that might turn messy, but as a hoops fan, you can't help but tune in. For Dallas, things have gone south in a hurry. Sitting at 10th in the West with a shaky 33-29 record, they've been sliding hard, dropping their last 3 games in pretty demoralizing fashion. Losing Kyrie Irving was a straight-up nightmare. His 25 points per game were crucial, and seeing him tear that ACL took the air right out of their playoff hopes. Add to that Anthony Davis still sidelined, Daniel Gafford out, and rookie Derek Lively too also unavailable, and you've got a roster that's about as deep as a kiddie pool. Spencer Dinwiddie's shoulders are gonna be sore from trying to carry this squad solo. He's got to step up big time just to keep the offense afloat. Dallas has been getting slapped around recently, double losses against Giannis and the Bucks, plus another tough loss against Sacramento. They're not just losing, they're getting beaten convincingly. The big gamble to bring in AD at the cost of losing sharpshooter Klay Thompson isn't looking too hot right now, and their playoff dreams are seriously hanging by a thread. The Grizzlies aren't exactly dancing into this one either. Sure, they're still 4th in the West at 38-24, but that shiny record hides some recent ugly performances. They're stuck in their own 4-game losing rut, including some gut punch finishes against the Thunder, Knicks, Spurs, and Hawks, each decided in the final seconds, turning promising performances into heartbreaking losses. Defense has become optional in Memphis lately. They've been bleeding points, allowing around 125 per night over their last 10 games. But unlike Dallas, the Grizzlies still pack some serious offensive punch. With John Morant and Desmond Bane both ready to ball out, Memphis has the firepower to capitalize on Dallas's weakened state. Losing Jaren Jackson Jr. definitely hurts their defensive scheme, but the Mavericks are so undermanned right now that Memphis might still run circles around them offensively. The bottom line is that this feels like the perfect bounce-back spot for Memphis. They're desperate for a win, and Dallas just doesn't have enough healthy bodies or scoring talent to hang with them for a full 48 minutes. The Mavs are basically running a G League lineup out there, and Memphis is too talented not to exploit it. I'm leaning heavily towards the Grizzlies to cover comfortably on the road tonight, finally breaking their slump and leaving Dallas with even more tough questions to answer.
Welcome to BetUS, Sportsbook and Casino, your ultimate hub for secure and thrilling sports betting and casino gaming. BetUS is one of the oldest and most reliable online sportsbooks in the U.S., serving millions of clients all over the globe each month. BetUS, trusted for over 30 years, offers huge welcome bonuses, countless betting options, and many deposit and payout methods. Depositing funds is a breeze and safe, with a minimum deposit of just $10. Payouts are fast and hassle-free, beginning at only $50. Choose from various payout options like MoneyGram, couriered check, cryptocurrency, or bank wire. Signing up is quick and easy. For signing up, you can use the link in the description and enjoy a generous 125% welcome bonus of up to $3,000. By signing up using the link in the description, you'll also support us as we earn a small commission from your registration at BetUS. Thank you for supporting us. Join now and start winning.
The second prediction for today is for a game between the Minnesota Timberwolves and Miami Heat. Tonight, we've got a pivotal clash down in Miami between two squads desperately trying to lock down their playoff spots. On one side, we've got the Miami Heat, sitting at a rocky 29-32, still reeling from the departure of Jimmy Butler. Honestly, it's hard to pinpoint exactly what this team is right now. Coach SPO is doing his usual magic, making something out of nothing, but consistency remains their kryptonite. They've dropped 4 of their last 7, including a gutsy but disappointing 112-107 loss against the East-leading Cleveland Cavs. Offensively, Miami has just flat-out struggled, sitting in the bottom half of the league, scoring a measly 110.2 points per game and shooting only 45.8% from the field. This team is crying out for buckets. Tyler Herro has been their saving grace, putting up 23.4 points and dishing 5.7 assists per night, but the supporting cast has to show up, especially Bam Adebayo and Andrew Wiggins, each averaging around 17 points. Injuries are piling up too, with Herro, Wiggins, and even Gobert all listed as questionable. Plus, Terry Rozier's recent slump hasn't done them any favors. Despite those offensive woes, Miami still gets after it defensively. They're 7th best in points allowed, at just 110.6 per game, anchored by Bam's lockdown rim protection and the pesky perimeter D from Davion Mitchell and Wiggins. The issue, though, has been their shaky frontcourt depth, which could get exposed by Minnesota's big bodies tonight. Speaking of Minnesota, they're coming in at 35-29 and also holding down the 7th spot in the West. Fresh off a 3-game winning streak, capped by a comfortable 125-110 win over Charlotte, this Wolves team still has me scratching my head. Anthony Edwards remains the alpha dog here, consistently putting up buckets with an average of 27.5 points per game. Julius Randle, who they snagged in the offseason, had folks questioning the trade early on, but he started to flash that all-around game recently, coming just 1 assist shy of a triple-double against the Hornets, 29 points, 10 rebounds, 9 dimes. Defensively, the Timberwolves can flat-out clamp. Rudy Gobert is anchoring their interior defense, pulling down 10.4 rebounds and swatting 1.5 shots per game. They're suffocating shooters, sitting top 5 in the league defending beyond the arc and overall field goal defense. Miami's shaky offense could find itself trapped against Minnesota's disciplined defensive rotations. Both these teams have flaws. Miami's offense can't seem to find a groove, and Minnesota tends to run hot and cold despite their stacked roster. Given the injury uncertainty surrounding the Heat, plus Miami's proven ability to drag teams into a gritty, low-possession slugfest, I'm betting we see another defensive grinded-out type game tonight. These teams historically don't light up the scoreboard against each other, and given the current circumstances, I fully expect another under the total here. Mark me down confidently for the under 217.5 tonight. Before we move on, I have a quick favor to ask. If you're enjoying the content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing might seem like a small action, but it actually makes a big impact for us. Plus, it's completely free for you. Have you clicked that subscribe button? Awesome, thank you so much for your support. Now let's dive back into the video. The third prediction for today is for a game between the Phoenix Suns and Denver Nuggets. Tonight, we've got an intriguing Western Conference showdown at Ball Arena, with the Nuggets hosting the Phoenix Suns, and I can't wait to see how this one plays out. Denver comes into this game fresh off an impressive home victory over the Sacramento Kings, winning 116-110. Even though Nikola Jokic wasn't fully healthy, listed as questionable before tip-off, the big fella still found a way to leave his fingerprints all over the game, dropping a cool 22 points and snatching 15 boards. Just another reminder that Jokic at 75% is still better than most players at 100%. But here's the catch for Denver: consistency around the Joker remains shaky, particularly with Russell Westbrook, who's either scorching hot or ice cold from game to game. Brody looked solid against the Kings, but trusting him nightly is like betting on a coin toss. You just never know which version you'll get. Then you have Jamal Murray's ongoing injury concerns. Without him fully healthy, Denver often struggles to maintain rhythm, making them vulnerable even at home, despite their stellar 21-9 record at Ball Arena. On the flip side, the Phoenix Suns roll into town fresh off a gritty 119-110 win over the Clippers. The Suns might have underachieved the season, but they're clearly still battling for that play-in spot. Honestly, it's wild seeing a team featuring Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal still hovering below playoff expectations. This squad was billed as championship ready when assembled, especially after their finals disappointment against Milwaukee. Yet, losing DeAndre Ayton without properly filling his shoes has exposed a glaring hole down low. They've lacked size and defensive consistency, and that weakness has haunted them night after night, especially away from home where they're a rough 11 to 20. But things might be shifting in their favor lately. Dallas, currently sitting 10th, is in total freefall thanks to Kyrie Irving's season-ending injury, and suddenly, the Suns are back within striking distance of that crucial play-in spot. Booker and KD are still elite scorers, despite all the chatter at the trade deadline about Durant possibly being shipped elsewhere. He's still in his Suns uniform, ready to make a late push. The Suns have the talent. They've just got to get it clicking at both ends of the floor if they want to sneak into postseason action. This matchup tonight really hinges on Jokic's availability. The Nuggets have struggled mightily when their Serbian star sits out, posting a shaky 2-4 record without him. Plus, Aaron Gordon's lingering ankle issue adds another headache for Denver, leaving them even thinner up front. This situation creates an ideal window for the Suns to pounce. While Denver is clearly the stronger overall squad, their dependency on Jokic and the inconsistent contributions from Westbrook put them on shaky ground. Given all that, I think the Suns will keep this one tight enough to stay within the 8-point spread. Phoenix knows their season's hanging in the balance, and with their stars Booker and Durant desperate to prove they're still playoff worthy, they'll put up a serious fight in this one. I see Phoenix battling hard and, at the very least, covering tonight's spread. So, my pick is confidently on the Suns to cover the plus 8 points in what promises to be an entertaining and gritty contest. The fourth prediction for today is for a game between the New York Knicks and Los Angeles Clippers. Tonight's showdown between the Clippers and Knicks is exactly the kind of battle hoops fans crave, East meets West with playoff implications all around. The Knicks roll into LA boasting an impressive 40-22 record, comfortably holding onto the third spot out East. But things aren't all sunshine and rainbows for New York right now. They're fresh off a gut-wrenching OT loss against the Lakers, and they're stuck dealing with the dreaded second night of a back-to-back. Historically, the Knicks haven't handled these quick turnarounds well this year, going just 2-7 against the spread on 0 days rest. Add to that the potential absence of Jalen Brunson, their main offensive spark plug who averages a cool 26.3 points and dishes out 7.4 dimes per night, and things could get dicey. Karl Anthony Towns, who's been eating glass all year with his monster 13.4 boards per game, will need to elevate even more if Brunson isn't ready to go. On the flip side, the Clippers are coming into this matchup at 33-29, hanging onto the 8th seed in the rugged West. They've had a roller coaster of a season lately, snagging only 2 wins in their past 8 tries. But they got a much-needed boost recently, taking down the Pistons 123-115 to snap a 3-game skid. James Harden was dialed in during that game, continuing a stellar season with averages of 22.1 points, 8.6 assists, and nearly 6 boards per contest. Norman Powell has been another bright spot, quietly becoming their top bucket getter at 23.8 points per game with impressive shooting numbers. The Clippers' depth is further bolstered by Kawhi Leonard's steady contributions and Norman Powell's hot hand, even as Powell deals with recent injury concerns. What really stands out about the Clippers, though, is their lockdown defense. Ranked 4th in points allowed per game, 108.9, LA brings elite perimeter pressure spearheaded by Chris Dunn, who's been swiping nearly 2 steals a night. Big man Ivica Zubac, averaging 1.2 blocks and anchoring the paint with strong rebounding, completes their defensive identity, making it tough for opponents to score consistently in the paint. The Knicks, despite their offensive prowess, particularly with Towns dominating the glass, 13.4 rebounds per game, have had defensive struggles, sitting near the bottom half of the league when it comes to limiting opponents. That defensive inconsistency, paired with fatigue from their overtime loss to the Lakers last night, might be their undoing in this matchup. Crypto.com Arena has been kind to the Clippers this season, especially when they're favored at home. They've covered in 14 of their 19 chances when favored on their home court, underscoring just how formidable they are in LA. Given all these factors, the Knicks' fatigue, the question marks surrounding Brunson's availability, and the Clippers' renewed momentum, I'm convinced that Los Angeles will take care of business here. Look for the Clippers to pull out a strong, statement-making victory on their home floor tonight.